Hello there, beautiful day. This video is to debunk the myth or the false narrative about the ba mein in Vietnam. Jesus, let me tell you guys, stop watching those videos. The famous ba mein is nothing. First of all, for people that know a little bit about this, ba mein is a famous sandwich from Vietnam. Ba mein. Or ba mi, I'm sorry, ba mi. Anyway, I went to Vietnam with the impression that banh mi was the top food of the country and everything. It's being idolized, it's being promoted as something that everyone should try. You can find them everywhere. It's fast food in Vietnam, everywhere in Vietnam is famous banh mi. All right, before I went to Vietnam, I was like under the impression that banh mi was the food to have. There's a lot of influencers, and I don't know, man. I'm tired of the influencers in Vietnam. Banh mi is supposed to be a sub, like the Subway, where it's delicious, this and that. No, 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 no. First of all, they say that banh mi uses a bread made of a combination of wheat flour, half and half with rice flour. It's not true. Maybe that was in the beginning, 100 years, 150 years ago, but nowadays they use just plain out rice flour to make the banh mi. The bread itself is like foam. As soon as you put it in your mouth, disappears because it's too soft. It's too what can I say? It's too inflated. It's just like eating air. It's tasteless. Anyway, okay, when you are ordering a banh mi, like I said, it's a fast food, street food. You can find it everywhere. You can find it in little food trucks on the side of the road. They have banh mi shops everywhere in Vietnam. Look at my line, like it. Anyway, supposedly this is how they prepare. They open the bread, on one side they open it like a book, and you know what? Let me tell you, man. I tried to find a banh mi acceptable enough to eat in different cities in Vietnam, in different stores, in different food trucks, in different street food vendors. Look, they open the banh mi. I'm telling you, the bread is already nothing really, tasteless. And then they start putting a lot of veggies, In Vietnam, people eat a lot of veggies. Vietnam, I think, is a country for rabbits or for vegetarians or for salad eaters. It's incredible the amount and different diversity of vegetables they eat. Forget about just the lettuce, the tomatoes. They eat literally leaves that we have here in the States, like these leaves in the background. They would eat that soaked in some fish sauce or soy sauce for flavor, I guess. But it's literally leaves, like those leaves. But anyway, they open the bread and they fill it with those leaves and some lettuce and some whatever. I don't know. It's like 10 different leaves of something in the banh mi. Now, if you're waiting for some meat to go into the banh mi, even if you can order a pork banh mi, or chicken banh mi, whatever. It doesn't matter, because after they stack like 12 different leaves and lettuces and whatever. They fill up the open bread, and at the end they put shavings of something, shavings of pork, but it's so transparent. The shavings are so thin that they're transparent. You can see through them. So they put one or two just to call it a pork banh mi. Or they put shavings, literally shavings. I don't know how they cut that thing, but they are like little shavings. You can see through. They put them in the banh mi, and then they grab like 3 or 4 bottles of different sauces. I don't know what's in the sauces to begin with, and they go crazy on them, And okay, of course, I mean there are fast food, street food. I think they like if you convert the dongs to it's like 35 dong. That's the average price, 35 dong, which is about $1.25. $1.25. But anyway, you're paying $1.25, and the famous for a famous banh mi. That is literally a vegetarian sandwich with a bread that tastes of nothing. To be honest, it's horrible. Doesn't fill you up. You can eat 2, 3, or 4 of those, and you will still feel, you know, hungry. So again, you know, I'm after I went to Vietnam, I went to all the major cities, and I went from north to south on a motorcycle and in a bus, and different sleeper buses. That's another thing for another video, but quickly I'm gonna tell you. Before I went to Vietnam myself, these freaking influencers, I don't know who paid them, or they're bogus. Anyway, and there's specifically this black influencer that said, "Oh, he loves Da Nang, this and that," and he says he provides so much bogus information, so much fake information, like full of lies. And he said that he took, or you can take a sleeper bus from Hanoi to Da Nang for $8. That is absolutely not true. That is not true. I took a sleeper bus, the cheap one, because I didn't want to go to the luxury one. The luxury one was about $1,000,000 from Hanoi to Da Nang, which is about 12 hours in the bus. A million. The luxury was $1,000,000, which is about $80. About $80. And the economy class is different bus, narrower beds. I didn't really notice the difference because I ended up taking a luxury, the sleeper bus from Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh City. I did pay the million, but anyway, it's $80. And this influencer was saying that you can take a sleeper bus from Hanoi to Da Nang for $8. You see, there's a bunch of lies. And he was also promoting the banh mi and all that. You know what, guys? You know, I don't mind. Send me a direct message. Ask me if you're. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna glorify the the country, or you can do this or there, and this and that there. There's a lot of influencers that get paid. I don't know who pays them, honestly, but they glorify things that shouldn't be glorified. They lie too much about many things. I mean, it's a nice country and everything, but honestly, and also the expats. Anyway, if you want to watch something else, I have some videos about living in Vietnam or expats fantasies, debunking the myths. First of all, nobody can go and just move to Vietnam like that. There is a communist country. They will not let you just stay there. They're very strict about overstaying your visa. You can end up in jail. You can end up with a lot of fines. You cannot extend your visas. Once you get there, you gotta leave the day that you have on your visa, on your stamp or your e-visa they give you. So be careful with those influencers. Like you can live like a rich man in Vietnam for $1,000 a month. That is absolutely not true. Not true. In 2 weeks in Vietnam, the last time I went there, I spent about $3,000, and I'm not a big spender. I'm just I look for better prices everywhere, for hotels, for transportation. You're not gonna see me staying in the Hilton Hotel in Hanoi. I'm paying, I don't know, $200 a night, when you can find a reasonable Vietnamese hotel for $10 a night, $11 a night, in a nice area. And they're nice hotels. You can watch my videos. But anyway, just to close up on the banh mi, you can make a better banh mi in your house right now. Any country in the U.S., go get a baguette from your grocery store. A baguette, cut it in half, stack it with lettuce and cauliflower and whatever leaves and some tomato and shavings of of pork or whatever meat you prefer. And if you want a real experience of a Vietnamese banh mi, you can go outside to your garden and grab random leaves and stick them in the banh mi bread, and then grab a lot of sauces, mustard, mayonnaise. Go crazy on that, and you'll have a cheaper banh mi and a tastier banh mi. So, like I said, man, I hate these influencers. I just spent almost 3 months in Southeast Asia in different countries. I went to 6 countries, rode every single country in my motorcycle. I rented a motorcycle there, and I went all over the country. So nobody can tell me stories. All right, so my job from now on is gonna be debunk the freaking influencers about moving to Vietnam, about moving to the Philippines, about moving to Thailand. That's another story right there. But anyway, the banh mi is bogus. You might as well grab that $1.25 and throw it in the street, and you're gonna feel better. You're gonna have a better experience than eating a banh mi. And the other thing is, like, especially the street vendors, the origins of those ingredients are more than shady. I don't know if they wash them. I don't know if they just, because I have never seen a street vendor or anything eating their own banh mi. They have their own different food on the side. Something to say. Anyway, if you have a question, you're planning to go to Vietnam and other countries, ask me a question. I will tell you the truth. I can even give you my phone number. We can have a conversation. I can tell you the story, and you're gonna avoid a lot of troubles. And if you decide to go. If you change your mind, I can tell you where you can find better experiences in Southeast Asia. All right. Thanks for watching this video. Share it. Again, banh mi, hard pass. Goodbye.